Hi, this is Lee. I'm going to just run through some of the features of Google Classroom. You can see here that I've set up 4 classes. I'm signed into my domain, and you cannot have a classroom if you don't have a Google Apps for Education account. So you need to be signed into your school account to be able to create a class. Just go to Classroom in the URL and you will get to where you want to go. Every time you want to create a new class, you're going to click on the plus sign. You can either create or join a class through that. Right, so I'm just going to go into this first class here, and you can see here's the stream, which is the work that you're sending out to the students. You can send out announcements, assignments, create a question, and reuse an old post. You can ask your students to join. If you click on the Students tab, you will see the code right here through which they can join your class just by clicking on that plus sign. See this, I have students here. Some of them I've invited the guardians and some of them I have not. Once you invite guardians, you will be prompted to put the email address of the guardian in, and they can get either a daily summary or a weekly summary of the work that's coming out through Classroom. The About page is pretty static, so you can put, for instance, your assessment guidelines in here. You can invite other teachers to be part of your class, so if several of you put the same work out to students, that's a big advantage. I want to go to these 3 sausages up here on the left hand side, because this is a neglected part, I think, of Google Classroom. You'll see there is a calendar for every class that you make. It will have its own calendar, which is really handy. So when you add assignments, for instance, a student will be able to check when that assignment is due just by clicking on the calendar. You will also see here under the heading Teaching your work summary. Now if you're a student, you will also see a summary of your work. I'm just going to click on that and show you what it looks like for a teacher. So what you can see there are all of the assignments that you've sent out. You can see how many students have done it or not done it. You can click on those 3 dots and mark as reviewed. Once you've put it under the reviewed tab, it will disappear from this page. A student can also go into a pane very similar to this. If you click on each assignment, you will get a summary of who has done the assignment and who has not done the assignment, and the work is lined up there for you to look in. You can see the folder there. That is the Classroom folder with the assignment work in it. Now, while you're on this page, you can also check the instructions that you put out to the students. So just click on that, and if you want to, you can add a class comment there saying, I've noticed, whatever you want to say that you've noticed, and maybe an amendment to the instructions, and post that as well. For those of you who are marking according to NCEA, it may be a good plan, instead of having 100 points, to start with 4 points, and we'll just update that at the moment. And then, so if Dan, for instance, I decided that he didn't get an excellence but he did get a merit, I would award him a 3. I would award him a 2 for achieved, and a 1 for not achieved, and a 0 for not submitted. So this naughty student here, she has not submitted, so she's getting 0. Now that I have graded the students' work, I make sure that these are all ticked, or just the ones ticked that I want to go back to the students. I'll just untick Jessie Ryland there and return the work to them. Yes, I do want to return even the unsubmitted ones, and return. Now that I've done that, I can copy all of the grades to a Google Sheet. And here we go, we can see that for this practice assignment, Dan got 3, The other two got zeros, and I did not return that one to the student. So it's easy to take a Google Sheet and put those marks into your student management system.